All right, good morning, good afternoon. Today's Tuesday, February 19th, 2019. It's the Tuesday after the president's holiday, Monday, and we're doing the morning business headline commentary. Always seems like, following my detailed commentary sometimes between Amazon and Walmart. I did suggest that Walmart should, within the time available, um, they still have time to recoup, re-strategize, and basically copy what Amazon is doing. And it's turning out to be a good turnout for Walmart, making a comeback. After I recognized you know, in my previous commentary of about the inflection point where Amazon would be taken over, but Walmart still have time to regroup. All right, so you see they're doing well, re-strategizing on e-commerce, leveraging their on-site delivery, where people can go there and pick it up when they order online, um, things like that. So related strategy with the web and with synergies with the brick and mortar locations. So it's good. So when it's competitive between Amazon and Walmart and Target and others, you get good deals. So as a consumer perspective, since I'm not being paid by either of them, I would love as a consumer that they keep battling. All right. So you see Apple, like a headline right here, that they just want to push you until they hit the wall in pricing. They hit the wall and it hurts, and they anger a lot of people since the Sandy times, where the stock dropped like a brick after Hurricane Sandy. All right, so we do see PG&E like struggling a little bit, but they're giving forgiveness for many municipalities for the cause of the fire tragedy sometimes in California. And we do see like 15 states trying to sue the national emergency declaration by the executive of the government. Ultimately, it'll be going to the highest court in the land, and I think the court will probably allow some leeway for the president to defend the interests of the country and the national security. All right, so that's my opinion on that. All right, so let's go into a little bit of Amazon news. Going with the Prime video service. You know, as of right now, the Prime has more of a barrier to entry for consumers than YouTube. YouTube, you pay, you have a web browser, and you're done. You don't have to say you're like a subscriber to this in other areas or verify this in other areas. YouTube, relatively speaking, you just go in, even if you don't need to log in, you can still watch it, which is the easiest entry in video marketing and video content delivery. All right, so a little bit like that. In Tesla, they have like, a lot about batteries and stuff. All right. So we do see the U.S.-China trade talks to continue in Washington Tuesday, so that's not bad. That's not bad. Um, all right, so we do see they're still negotiating. Um, so they have optimism and so forth like that. Like I mentioned before, there's several ironies that I mentioned in my previous commentary in a trade dispute. I like to see if I can buy China branded cars in the US, and that is completely unavailable. But you go to China and buy a US car, you can do that anytime, any day. So that's one of the pinnacle ironies I just realized. Um, and also I realized like like there's few companies in foreign companies in the world that can stand up to the stupidness in technology that the guy who escaped the United States to tell us. Forever and ever, they're abusing the budget, which is not disclosed. They're wasting our tax dollars. So only a few companies in the world, foreign companies, that can stand up to these stupidness in technology. So that's why foreign-made technology products has a higher value, especially from big companies, because they can stand up to it. And this, on the undercurrent, is a marketing value, saying that we don't need to honor any sandpaper warrants, like to put stupid stuff in the technology. I mean, you realize that a little bit in Apple now, because it's a U.S. company. As I mentioned before, that bug that they mentioned is built in originally. If you're a little bit smart, they have to do it. They're a U.S. company. So during the week, they say they are fixing the bug, which is like a marketing term to avoid, the betrayal of the customers, which they're betraying everywhere now. They have to build in an alternative to that bug. So, like as I mentioned to you, you're using Apple stuff, you're in for a reckoning if you don't understand what's going on. They want you to upload stuff with these fancy cameras. You take movies and pictures that takes up your memory real quickly, and then you upload everything, almost everything, right? So there's a losing battle for them now, because eventually they will win again if they sell your data, and they do it slowly and secretly. And you just realize you just uploaded everything because you ran out of memory. So that's that. All right, so that's a little bit of commentary, and looking at the top stocks: Walmart, Newmont, go a little bit. Yeah, all that. Let's check out the markets. So like narrow trading range now since the commentary by Mnuchin about HFT doing the 2.0 HFT 2.0 abuse of the markets. And as a regulator, and also understood a lot of things, he pointed it out. And I guess the regulator have been given a lot of regulatory action against HFT firms in using 2.0, and you see relatively calmness now. All right, oil around 56, gold around 1300 handle. All right, all right. So a little bit like that. Going to Bing News. Walmart had a good holiday. Similar headlines. They say mix opening. Pay less. If you have the traditional Peter Lynch approach to investing, if you buy shoes or products from this store, they usually break apart after a couple of months. And that built like a silent reputation about Payless shoe stores. The products are unreliable and breaks apart. So that's ultimately like work out of the quality of products, and now they're going to financial troubles. So you see the continuation of companies moving elsewhere into Europe to maintain their access to the European markets during the Brexit. In my opinion, the Brexit process, because there's so much dispute in a democratic process, they push it to the limit and starting like fix it up in piecemeal. That's my opinion. All right, all right. Relatively, coming out of the holidays, President's Day, which celebrates the Abraham Lincoln and George Washington's birthday. You know, when I think of George Washington, I remember he was able to use innovative ideas to turn around a losing war, which paved the way of this country and innovation, technology, and everything. So, through his guts and glory as a general, and win the unwinnable war against England over issues of taxation originally, Boston Tea Party like that, if you remember your history. I mean, now reflecting, we're also in dispute on taxes. If you people, I mean, not a lot of people remember their history, but if they do remember their history, you know, um, conflicts and disputes uh, over new countries and old countries evolve from over taxation. So that's something to remember in our current dispute over taxation. They say they lessen the taxes, but in net effect, they increase the taxes by taking certain deductions away. So as this is the United States, and states still have the right to secede from the union if taxation is unfair. So a lot of people do remember that. I'm telling you, if New York State secedes from the United States, it'll be one of the biggest economies in the world, and the lower taxes and will benefit everybody. I mean, Staten Island tried to thought about seceding from the city, New York City, before that. So that's something to think about. Lincoln, he led the win against the North and the South, from the North, leading the North. So it's a great war leader. Yeah, so these two presidents definitely define the course of history. All right, so today's Tuesday, February 19, 2019. Something to note, I do have Indian followers, and India's Modi, after my dated video on Amazon, went for a big hug on Amazon. I do have Chinese business followers, and some of them decided to buy out Germany's robotics firm after I features these robotics machineries building supercars in my dated supercar remix videos. And something also note, I did include Goku and Gohan of Dragon Ball in my eating cooking demo videos. And the Funimation that owns Dragon Ball became a takeover target. So that's some of my three of my sometimes many actionable commentaries and actions. All right, today Tuesday, the makeup day of the commentary for Monday's holiday, February 19, 2019, and we're doing the morning business headline commentary. Happy trading, everybody.